Okay, we're at a park here, and it's been abandoned for several years, and looks like it's been vandalized, and they've put some recent ropes around it, uh, cables to keep cars from out of here. Trucks coming back in here for a while, dumping and things like that, and this is Miller Avenue. Up that way would be Hoover. Back to the rear of the photo here would be 3rd Street. And we are attempting to go in here. Pretty spooky place. Not something, it's really recommended, I guess. This is a high crime area. A lot of drugs and things. And I just spoke to 2 boys on bicycles and told them I was going to come back here and explore, and they was like a little reluctant. They said I wouldn't go back there. I said they're not going back there, and so on. And it's like they seemed a little creeped out about it. Looks like we got a tile coming out on the ground here. Little natural spring flow in there. Sun's in the evening here. Sun's coming down, and we're going to move on in here to see what we find. Camera's not really the best, so try to bear with me here. I'm kind of new to this, so it's pretty wooded here, no doubt. I don't know what all we're going to find back here. This has been gone. Like I said, this has been abandoned for a long time. Closed up. Looks like somebody's been doing a little stripping here. The bottom half of a apartment-sized refrigerator. Yeah, we're coming into an opening here. You can see we've got a large open area here, and here's a spot where it looks like people's come in and dump things. And that's probably why they gated it up right here. Because somebody's been here and dumped truckloads of garbage. Trash and garbage. There's a lot of clean script metal in there. It's sheet metal. Shock somebody come in here and pick all that up. Some people may recall this park off of Miller. What the name of it was, I used to know. And everything else. So it looks like there's a whole lot here. We have some kind of something. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but there's something back kind of that way, if you see it shining back there. I don't know what that is. But yeah, I thought it was kind of strange. Them boys didn't want to go back here. There's an abandoned house that sits right here before you get in here, and they was telling me that house there is haunted. Now, I don't believe in haunted things and supernatural things like that, but a lot of people do, and they seemed really wigged out about coming back here, so I don't know if the house had anything to do with it, but they sure mentioned it, so I'm going to venture down that way, and if I see something, turn the camera back on. But this is what we have. And that, my friends, okay. Not much, a whole lot here to see in the park, but that's what we got. Okay, this is the second concrete pad. We just moved a little bit from that direction there. We come in there and come down, and we stopped our recording over there on that pad, and we moved over here to this pad. After going through that, I started to go through that field, and I noticed there's big ruts through that field, and it almost appears to me to be like beaver tracks, but I don't there's no water, enough water here for beavers to live, which is kind of a little confusing to me. So could be something else. I've just seen some beaver tracks before in my past, and it really looks close to them. And it appears that these cars over here, somebody's got a little junkyard going on in their backyard, possibly, or something. But there's really not a whole lot here to see. There's no structures up. There's no buildings left. It's pretty much been vandalized, closed down by the city of Trotwood. It is in Drexel. Drexel's, I guess there's some of it in Trotwood, Jefferson Township. I really don't know if it goes to the Trotwood side, but a lot of people consider this side over here Drexel. So, yeah, here you have it. Here's the old abandoned park off of Miller. There's not much left. So this will probably be all pretty much grown over within the next few years. Probably won't even see these concrete pads anymore. Nice open area. Shame they couldn't do something with this. But the neighborhood here behind us is pretty unstable. It's trying to get stable, but there's houses right on the other side of this tree line, which would be Nathaniel Avenue, which would run all the way down. It used to go all the way to Olive Road to Miller, but they cut it off for the highway 35 coming through, so that don't exist anymore. And I've got tennis shoes on. I haven't got boots on, or I'd venture through there. Maybe I'll come back at some point and venture through there, come back at night to see if we sense anything here. I mean, if anybody senses anything, or maybe we'll follow up on what them boys was saying on that house on the entrance, and we'll be sure to get a photo of that house on the way in. I don't know who used to live on that property or anything. I'm sure there's somebody that's viewing that would know who used to live in that house. But boy, them boys on that bikes was freaked out when I said I was going to Bezos Park. They said, "Oh no, we're not going in there. You know that house right there is haunted." And they pointed that house over there, and I'm about to show you. And I kind of was chuckling under my own breath. But no, I could be wrong. Maybe you're into the supernatural yourself and think that kind of stuff exists, and we'll go maybe check that house out sometime. So there we have it. Okay, here we are at that other side of that field where I seen the beaver tracks, which I thought I seen the beaver tracks. I'm calling them beaver tracks anyway. And that was right over there. And I discovered over in that area in the field, there's a big wet swamp that you can't walk through. But when I come over, as I was about to exit, I noticed it was dry all the way through there over to here. It's pretty dry, and you can see by the ground there's no big ruts. And I don't know if you're familiar with it, but when beavers go down, they like to get real low to the ground, and they'll dig these channels out really deep in the ground, and that's what I discovered over there on that other side. But this side seems to be real dry, and this is looking back at it. This is a pretty good size open area here. And I run across a bunch of what appears to be cattails over there. There's a lot of water over there, so couldn't possibly very well be beavers. I don't know. Could be something else. And this is the wooded area. This looks about where I'm going to stop. There's nothing to see much here, and I wanted to get us a video of the old park here. And, see where we go from there. So what we're going to do is we're going to venture our way back to the entrance where we come from, being we come to our end. And yeah. Wow, boy, we found something here. It's just in the park. We just seen this. So we was coming up on it. I thought it was worthy of recording. Could it be a dog, possibly? Oh, that's creepy. That's really, really creepy. Yes, that is like really creepy. That is like nasty. Look at that. Something has crawled over here and just died off. Just when you think things are getting dull, you find something like this laying there just all decomposed. I don't know. It's like, if anybody has an idea what that is, or whatever you think this is, put that in the comments there. Make a remark. You never know what you're going to find. Ooh, that's... And here's our exit out of here. It's daytime. It's about ready for the sun to set here shortly. And we're going to approach that house we was warned about. It's over here on this side when we leave. And this is like been an adventure. Sure has. And here's the other side of that tile crossing the street. Area looks pretty ran over. But yeah, there's the other side of that tile that runs across the street, which goes over here to this side. And then that creek, if you see the water running there, that's the one we filmed earlier. And it runs on down to that side of the park, deep in the woods, and goes down alongside of Nathaniel Avenue. So let's take a look at this house. You know what, on my way out of here, I just discovered another bone laying here. I don't know what that is. This could be anything. Let me roll it over here with a stick. See if anybody in the audience would have an idea. Is this canine, or could this be human? I don't know that much about bones. I can't tell you. It has a round, like, joint here that looks like something attached to it. I don't know. Huh. That is strange. There's like little bones